In the annals of boxing, there have been fighters whose very presence in the ring evoked terror in the eyes of their opponents. These were the boxers who didn't just win, they decimated. But among the pantheon of such warriors, there exists a legend from the heart of Mexico, a land known for its rich boxing tradition. His reputation transcended national borders, making him a global symbol of unyielding tenacity and unparalleled skill. He began his journey in the streets of Culiacan, a young boy with dreams bigger than the world itself. From the onset, those who witnessed him in the ring could tell that they were observing something special. It wasn't just his impeccable technique or his raw power, it was the aura of invincibility that surrounded him. Opponents studied him, trying desperately to find chinks in his armor, but when they stood across from him in the ring, many found themselves paralyzed by an inexplicable dread. It was as if the very air around him was charged with an electric anticipation. With every bout, his legend grew, and the trail of vanquished foes in his wake bore testimony to his prowess. With an astonishing streak of victories, he left fans worldwide both awestruck and fearful. His name became synonymous with Mexico's fighting spirit. The stories of his duels are not just about the physical battles, but also about breaking the will of the man standing opposite him. The tales of his ruthlessness in the ring are many, but what truly set him apart was his unquenchable thirst for victory. The blood, sweat, and tears he shed were testaments to his dedication and determination. Even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, he never backed down, forging a legacy that would forever be etched in the annals of boxing history. And now, for those still wondering about the identity of this titan of the boxing world, the answer lies in the heart of Mexico, the man, the myth, the legend, Julio Cesar Chavez, born on July 12, 1962, in Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, as Julio Cesar Chavez. In the heartland of Mexico's boxing-rich Sinaloa, Chavez's rise from humble beginnings to the pinnacle of pugilism is a tale of tenacity, unparalleled skill, and an indomitable spirit. Early life and beginning. From the bustling streets of Culiacan, Chavez's journey into the boxing realm began at an early age. Born into a working-class family, he was introduced to the rigors of life quite early. Boxing was not just a sport or passion for the young Chavez. It was a potential pathway out of poverty and a chance to carve a name for himself in a world that often seemed indifferent to his existence. Chavez made his professional debut as a teenager in 1980. With minimal formal training, what he lacked in technique, he more than compensated for with raw talent, heart, and an iron will. As he stepped into the ring, it became clear that the boxing world had found a gem in the making. From the outset, Chavez displayed an innate ability to adapt and overcome. His unyielding tenacity inside the ring became a hallmark of his early bouts. While many fighters of his age would rely on brute strength, Chavez showcased a combination of tactical acumen and an instinctive feel for the sport. His fighting style was characterized by relentless pressure, a granite chin, and a body attack that would wear down even the most resilient of opponents. With each victory, word of this prodigious talent from Culiacan began to spread, not just in Mexico, but across borders. Within a few years, it became evident that Chavez was not just another fighter. He was a force to be reckoned with, destined to etch his name among the greats in boxing history. As he climbed the ranks, titles and accolades soon followed, but for Chavez, the journey had only just begun. The lights dim, the roar of the crowd reaches a deafening crescendo, and an electric anticipation fills the air. Enter the gladiators of the modern age, pugilists who test their mettle, strength, and skill inside the squared circle. Among these champions, hailing from the rich boxing traditions of Mexico, emerges one fighter whose very name evokes a sense of dread and awe in the hearts of opponents and enthusiasts alike. What makes someone the most feared? Is it their skill, their record, or perhaps their ability to dominate any challenger that steps before them? While Mexico has produced countless boxing legends, one figure stands head and shoulders above the rest in terms of sheer intimidation and prowess. Now, when we talk about Mexican boxing, we're diving deep into a heritage that's as rich and storied as the country itself. Mexican fighters are known for their heart, their resilience, and their almost supernatural ability to withstand punishment. They've been champions across multiple weight classes, establishing dominance in an unforgiving sport that leaves no room for half measures. A man is not just defined by an undefeated streak or the number of titles under his belt, but by the psychological edge he held over every opponent that dared to face him. From his early days, he showcased an uncanny ability to get inside the minds of his opponents. It wasn't just about the physical game, it was the mental warfare he expertly waged, round after round. But what truly makes a fighter feared? Here are some key points. Skill set mastery. Our fighter was not just good, he was extraordinary. His technique was something that boxing purists would dream of. Crisp punches, impeccable footwork, and a defensive acumen that made him seem almost untouchable. Each punch was calculated, each move a testament to hours of training and dedication. Unyielding tenacity. It's one thing to be skilled, but it's another to have a spirit that refuses to break. The most feared fighter is one who, even when cornered and when the odds are stacked against him, fights back with a fury that can break the will of his adversary. Our champion embodied this. He was known to take punches, to be in situations where others would crumble, but he would always emerge, often stronger and more resolute. A legacy of dominance. A legacy isn't built overnight. It's forged through consistent, dominant performances. Our Mexican maestro didn't just win, he dominated. He made world-class fighters look like novices. This dominance wasn't just about the victories, but about the manner in which they were achieved. Knockouts, technical masterclasses, outlasting opponents in grueling bouts. He did it all. Adaptability. What's truly terrifying for any opponent is facing someone who can adapt. Boxers often train for months, anticipating a certain strategy or style. But our legend, he was a chameleon in the ring. If you expected him to brawl, he'd outbox you. If you waited for a technical match, he'd overwhelm you with aggression. This unpredictability was a weapon more potent than any left hook or right cross. Mental fortitude. Physical battles are just one dimension of the sport. Boxing is as much a mental game, and our champion was a mastermind. He could read opponents, break their strategies, and often have them defeated even before the first bell rang. This mental edge, this ability to instill fear and doubt, is what separated him from the rest. Now, as we celebrate this titan from Mexico, we do so not just as fans of boxing, but as admirers of human spirit and excellence. Beyond the punches, the knockouts, and the titles lies a tale of dedication, of a relentless pursuit of greatness, and a testament to what one can achieve with passion and determination. This is not just the story of the most feared Mexican fighter in boxing history. It's a lesson in mastery, resilience, and the indomitable spirit of a champion. And while the annals of boxing will see many champions come and go, legends like this are eternally etched in time, serving as a beacon for all who aspire to greatness, both inside the ring and out.